Hello, Ron. I'm Ganga Kim, and today we'll be talking about the Green Party and using the Dieselgate scandal as a case study to investigate the Green Party's platform. So, this week's word is umwelt, which basically translates to nature in English. And the reason why the Green Party is related to this is because of the fact that the Green Party actually has power in Germany, and because of how eco friendly and aware a lot of parts of Germany are. And so the article I'll be using today is called I Want a Quiet Revolution from Spiegel Online that basically interviews Winfried Kretschmann, who at the time was the new governor of Baden-Württemberg. In this interview, Kretschmann basically describes the platform of the Green Party, and their goal is to create a global economic model that actually helps instead of hurts our planet. And Spiegel basically responds to this statement or platform by asking what Kretschmann will do to the existing traditional industries, such as the automotive, electrical, metalworking, etc., that are so prominent and powerful in this area. And Kretschmann responds by saying instead of completely wiping it out, he understands that he needs to have these auto industries sectors remain an outstanding part or an important part of this area. But he states that he wants to transform them and ensure that different types of cars and eco-friendly options are being produced. And so by using Dieselgate as a case study, I want to investigate if this platform and model is what they actually exhibit. So to do this, I'll first overview what Dieselgate was, investigate the public opinions through media, and third, look at the solution and how they respond and how it aligns to their platform. So first, Dieselgate was a scandal in which Volkswagen was installing illegal manipulation devices on their cars to actually underreport the amount of emissions coming out of their cars. And as you can see, this can be very controversial, and this is why a lot of cartoons from all around the world was coming out. As depicted here, a German cartoon basically shows a businessman representing Volkswagen lying to this guy and saying that the emissions of this car is great, that it's great, and he swears that it is. Even in America, you can see cartoons like this that depicts Volkswagen cars emitting so many emissions. And even here in a French cartoon, you can see this guy saying that it's 25 degrees in November and sarcastically says, thanks, Volkswagen. And so all over the world, there was a lot of responses to this scandal. And to mitigate this, a court ruled that there would be a diesel ban in urban areas where they could actually enforce a ban on diesel-driven cars. And I want to really investigate the response that the Green Party had to this ruling. And so, surprisingly enough, they actually opposed this ruling and lodged an appeal against the court. And at first, I thought this was really interesting considering that the Green Party is all about protecting nature and being eco-friendly. And so I was interested in why exactly would they be opposed to this? And so I read further into the interview of the article and kind of realized the reason why, or start to understand why the Green Party would actually be opposed. And so in the interview, Kretschmann says that he doesn't want to have a full-on revolution or transformation of the area. He wants a quiet revolution, as titled of the interview. He wants to make sure there's incremental changes to people's habits and the policies and stuff like that. And so I could see how the government would think that this was too far of a stretch or too much policy in too little of a time. But I kind of question if the private interest of the automotive industry, such as Mercedes-Benz and Volkswagen, actually influenced the decision making of the Green Party. So this is something that I've been thinking about, and I think it's really worth seeing if the Green Party's platform is really aligned with protecting nature, or how much they actually care about the nature of Germany. And thank you for listening.